Hello and welcome to Frontline Conversations. With phase 1 of the Lok Sabha election mere days away, Tamil Nadu is one of the 22 states and union territories that will elect members to the 19th Lok Sabha in a single phase of polling on April 19th. With a total of 39 constituencies, there are several questions about the electoral prospects of political parties, incumbency candidates, promises and manifestos, and much more. Joining us today is R.K. Radhakrishnan, Frontline Senior Associate Editor, to examine these questions. Thank you for joining us today, sir.
Thank you for the opportunity.
We will be looking at Tamil Nadu in 4 parts: Tamil Nadu North, Tamil Nadu South, Central, and West. So, to start off, what chance does the BJP have in Chennai? We all know that Tamilisai Soundararajan is being pushed as a formidable face for the BJP. Do you think this will work in Dravidian strongholds?
It's difficult to say, but the obvious answer is that traditionally Chennai has not voted for anyone else barring the DMK and of course the Congress. This is because barring in 2014 when the DMK and the Congress contested separately without an alliance, all the other times largely in 2019, 2009, 2004, you would see that all the three constituencies have voted only for the DMK combined. So this time again in North Chennai you have a sitting MP, incumbent, who doesn't have a huge he's not known as a brash, abrasive guy at all, very soft spoken person, Kalanidhi Veerasamy. And again, in central Chennai, you have Maran, Dayanidhi Maran. He was also in the office the other day, at the Hindu office. And in south Chennai, you have Tamarachi Thangapandian. And of course, the other BJP's governor who just managed to, in the nick of time, seem to be, just managed to quit her post and then come and contest here, Dr. Tamilisai. So you look at just Chennai alone, we will see that given the fact that the DMK is so strong in the entire city, and given the fact that the ADMK and BJP are contesting separately, it's definitely possible that it's going to be a DMK sweep again. The other point is that in central Chennai, the opponent candidate, which is the ADMK alliance candidate, is from the DMDK, which is Vijayakant's party. And unfortunately, that party doesn't have a huge kind of presence in central Chennai. So, by default, it appears that Vinoj P. Selvam, who is the BJP candidate, appears to be the guy who is running for the number 2 slot in central Chennai. You look at North Chennai, again, you have a situation where, Kalanidhi Veerasamy doesn't really have a contest. And again, in South Chennai is the only place where we see a visible contest because all the three candidates are good candidates. Tamilisai Soundararajan, who has done yeoman service for the party itself. She was BJP president in Tamil Nadu. This is the person who went around telling the entire Tamil Nadu, Tamarai Malarnde Thirum, which means that lotus will bloom in Tamil Nadu. She literally established the party in the nook and corner of the state. And for some reason, she chose to pick up the post of a governor in Telangana, and later, of course, she was also given charge of lieutenant governor in Pondicherry. Now, there is a record which basically is a very soft-spoken, nice person, easy to approach. She's a doctor, her husband is a doctor, they've done a lot of service to the people. Kumari Anandan's daughter, which is a Congress leader who never made any money, even though he was in politics for the longest time, and he still lives in a TNHB apartment. This is the Tamil Nadu Housing Board apartment, which is not the case with most leaders. You become a leader to make money. That is the general impression that people have. Tamilisai has strength of character and whatnot, but of course, it has been sullied by what she did in Telangana as a governor and as lieutenant governor in Pondicherry as well. Now, do all these things come into play? Of course, it comes into play with an educated audience. But with an audience who are looking at Chennai South as something that, I am here at this point of time and this is my party, or I am here at this point of time, I don't want the BJP. And there is this huge anti-BJP sentiment in the state itself, especially in Chennai, because the Prime Minister, who never came during the floods, suddenly makes some 8 or 10 visits to the state and multiple visits to Chennai itself. Doesn't sit well with the audience here in Tamil Nadu. And you look at the ADMK candidate, he is actually a former minister's son. He was born in 1987, and the point is that after 4 years after he was born, his father becomes minister. But to this day, this gentleman has not had a negative image of himself anywhere. So he is somebody who has, for whom power or the father's power sits very lightly on his shoulders. We have to remember that there are other extremes. Say, a minister called Minister of State for Home called Teni, whose son plowed through farmers and killed multiple people, and that is one image that you have. And then you have Jarajan here. So the fact is that though these are all good candidates, all the three candidates in South Chennai are good. What we see is that Tamilchi Thangabandin, because of the strength of a party, is right now ahead. You look at the rest of North, which is basically the swath from Salem to Chennai. This is where the ADMK actually is giving a good fight to the DMK, because again, because it's split three ways. As in, the BJP would have added to the strength of the ADMK, but since the BJP and ADMK are contesting separately, and since the Patali Makkal Kachi, which has a presence in North Tamil Nadu, is also with the BJP, more often than not, the chances are that the ADMK candidate loses, the BJP candidate also loses. By default, the DMK is winning in a lot of places. The only exception to this I see is Velur, where the one of the ministers and general secretary of the DMK, Kadir Anand, is contesting against AC Shanmugam, who also runs a separate party. It's a one-man party, and both of them don't have a great image in Velur. But I think Kadir Anand has a worse image than AC Shanmugam. And AC Shanmugam is a money bag, he's an educationist, and he's a well-known guy who has really done a lot of good for the people of the area. Kadir Anand, on the other hand, is viewed as a young person, a dynast and an upstart. So that really has worked against him. Arakonam again, where you have Jagat Rachagan, you have interestingly the opposition candidates going around saying that there is a Muslim minority in that particular place, going around saying that quoting the Quran to say that this is a guy who is a distiller. How can Muslims vote for a distiller? Now, despite that, of course, Jagat Rachagan has a good connect with the people there, and it's easy for him to win that seat. Now, the only competition I see is in this place called Dharmapuri, where Soumya Anbumani is the candidate. In fact, she was not the candidate. Another candidate was announced on behalf of the Patali Makkal Kachi, and suddenly they turned around and decided that Dr. Anbumani's wife is going to be the candidate, and there has been some heartburn within the party itself, but the entire party machinery is located and concentrated in Dharmapuri and is trying to win the seat. In fact, if you go to the nearby constituency, Krishnagiri, which is very close to the Karnataka border and all of that, Hosur comes under this constituency, and Barugur, another assembly constituency where Jayalalitha was defeated in 1996, also comes under Krishnagiri. Now, you have a very interesting thing there, where the Congress candidate literally ran and filed his nomination papers because he thought that the sitting Congress candidate, his name is Chellakumar, would somehow manage to get his candidature annulled and he will get the ticket again from the Congress. So there was literally nobody present when that is the alliance partners present when we actually handed over the nomination papers. And again, a lot of people from Krishnagiri were telling me that the Congress candidate has absolutely nobody from the Congress working for him. It is only the DMK cadre who are working for him. But despite this, the fact is that since the ADMK is split or the opposition is split, we see that the anti-incumbency is not to that extent where the opposition or the ADMK can take advantage.
All right. Okay. So, moving on to the next question. When compared to the rest of Tamil Nadu, caste politics seems to play a relatively smaller role in northern Tamil Nadu. Is that truly the case? And what are the caste equations here? So, how have the parties worked out these equations?
No, caste is a big thing all over Tamil Nadu. In fact, I would say that caste is a predominant factor, and it has been, kind of the defining factor across elections, these elections included. So, for instance, the Patali Makkal Kachi is being blunted by the fact that there is another Patali, kind of another party which basically caters to the same clientele, that is the 1 years, that caste group, the backward class called 1 years. So now the point is that this Patali Makkal Kachi, PMK, has become a father-son party, and they seem to be placing their welfare above everything else and not the welfare of their people at all, that is 1 years. So this is where to some extent there is a movement of 1 year from this party to another party led by a guy called Vel Murugan. Now this is in North Chennai. Then of course when this happens, you will always have the oppressed classes led by somebody like Thirumavalavan, of the Vidudalai Chirutaigal Kachi, who again is a candidate from a place called Chidambaram. That entire class of people, again, if you look at the entire Tamil Nadu, this particular party, that the Vidudalai Chirutaigal Kachi, is the only party with significant cadre base. If you leave out the DMK and ADMK, you look at the smaller parties, this is the party with one of the largest cadre bases among the smaller parties. So obviously there has been a consolidation, there has been a caste consolidation here as well, which is basically the northern SCs coming under Thirumavalavan. So a lot of effort is being put to try and defeat Thirumavalavan in Chidambaram constituency, because he is the only Dalit leader in the entire country who has not been sold out, and he has consistently opposed the BJP, consistently opposed the policies of the BJP, and has always was there to raise the voice for the oppressed people. Now that becomes a problem, because as far as the BJP is concerned, if there is a Dalit leader, such a strong Dalit leader, you would notice that there are not many strong Dalit leaders across the state. There used to be a person called Krishnasamy who was for the Devendra Kula Velalas, but unfortunately he has drifted away and he has joined the BJP. Now he is out of the BJP. Now he is saying things against the BJP. So if you look at the entire Tamil Nadu state, there have never been very strong leaders who are with the SCs. Today we have a leader in Thirumavalavan who has stood the course, not joined with the BJP, and hence is a credible voice in India today. So this is the caste combination in north of Tamil Nadu.
Right, okay. So will the battle lines be along economic lines in districts like Ranipet and Dharmapuri, or will the fight be ideological?
No, economy is always an issue, I think, but the overarching issue in this election is what the opposition is trying to frame, which basically is that do you need a democracy in India, or do you want a dictatorship? I think that becomes the overarching defining issue for these elections. So economy has actually taken the backseat, but of course leaders are talking about it, including Rahul Gandhi. The Prime Minister himself has been talking about it. But the thing is that in Tamil Nadu, there has been, I would say, kind of enough job opportunities. If you look at, for instance, a place called Tirupur, which is in the western part of Tamil Nadu, we see that there is a labor shortage at this point of time, to the extent that Tamil people are not coming to work there, and they have to depend on the North Indian workforce. And somebody was telling me just the other day that they are able to absorb at least 2 lakh people into the workforce. That is the kind of job vacancies available here. So economically, if you look at it, the job market is good in Tamil Nadu, and there are not enough people in Tamil Nadu who are joining these jobs, and hence jobs per se does not become the issue. What becomes an issue is the jobs in the central services going for people who speak only Hindi. You go to a bank, you go to a railway station, you go to any central institution, you see people speaking Hindi all over the place. Now, why is this happening? Why are not Tamil people employed in these places? This has good traction in Tamil Nadu, and people believe, at least Tamils believe, large majority of Tamils believe that this is happening because any test can be taken in Hindi, and at the same time you cannot take the same tests in say Tamil and the other regional languages, and that they see as a reason why they are being left out. They have to take it in English or Hindi. So these Hindi speaking people are coming for the jobs here and taking away the central jobs. You should remember that government jobs are huge in Tamil Nadu, in the sense that even if you get employed as a peon, your kind of izzat, the kind of honor that you get in your village and your folks in your street and all of that is really high, and that is why people aim for government jobs, and those jobs are the ones that are missing.
So in recent months, there have obviously been huge issues that has dominated political discourse across the nation. Ayodhya temple, the construction of the Ram temple in Ayodhya being one of them. So do you think these issues have any resonance here in the upcoming election?
So when the consecration happened on January 22nd, we saw a lot of temples, a lot of private temples, a lot of screenings in public places. People have taken permission to do the screening of what was happening in Ayodhya and whatnot. And there were controversies about that, with the government giving, the police giving permission in some places, not giving permission in some places. And there was a religious fervor in Tamil Nadu, because let us not forget, large majority of Tamils are God-fearing people. They do visit temples, but somehow the BJP is unable to figure out why does this set of God-fearing people, why are they not becoming BJP supporters? That somehow it doesn't seem to happen at all. I think it is because of this 50 years of Dravidian rule, where people have got so much more from the Dravidian parties, and they look at north, like for instance some place like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, and see the lack of development and retarded development, and they think that it's better that these parties, it's better that the AIADMK or the DMK continue in Tamil Nadu. So that reflects in the choices that they make. So yes, religion, you can come and talk religion for all you care. For instance, one of the biggest big issues that in 2021, just as COVID was ending, that Mr. Murugan took up, who is a union minister today, took up was the Vel Yatra, which basically is that Lord Muruga, and then he was trying to say that we need to save Lord Muruga. I am going to walk from Chennai to, I think, Tirutani to down south to Palani and all of that. Now, at various points he was stopped and he was arrested and all of that because it was COVID time. But even that didn't have any traction in Tamil Nadu at all. So, trying to create something out of religion doesn't really work in Tamil Nadu, or creating a religious issue doesn't really work in Tamil Nadu. I think the BJP has realized it today.
So will the Delta farmers issue have any resonance in this election, or do you believe it's a spent force?
Delta farmers have a lot of issues. Main thing is water from Karnataka. Now, Karnataka doesn't want to be seen as releasing water, and Tamil Nadu does not want water without a huge political agitation. Now, it is a fact that Bangalore city has grown, and it is now, I think, occupying some 7 or 8 districts across Karnataka. Their water needs are very high. And again, you go to the further north, you see that Mandya, the cultivation has grown really huge. Now, with these two issues there, it is very difficult for Karnataka to release water in adequate amounts to Tamil Nadu. It becomes a politically embarrassing question, because Congress is today in power in Karnataka and the DMK is in power in Tamil Nadu, and both these parties are in alliance in Tamil Nadu. So, for the what we see across the political spectrum is that whether it's an ADMK or the BJP, they constantly raise this issue. But as of now, the DMK is in a stronger wicket, because it is not, so far the water release has been okay, so to speak, because the rains have been good. So, the water release has been okay. So, before the elections of April 19, it is unlikely to become an issue. It will become an issue only when the farmers want to start sowing their crops, which is in the first week of June. That is when it will become an issue. So, right now, the farmers issue is not an issue in the central districts. They again, there are lots of economic issues, basically because of Manrega work. They are not finding enough workers to come and work in their fields. And again, lot of these workers that they bring from North India prefer to work in the industrial belt of say Tirupur, Coimbatore, Perundurai, Erode, than getting into the field and spoiling their feet and all of that, and standing in mud and planting saplings.
Right. So you mentioned the industrial belt. There is an industrial belt that is often seen as an outlier when it comes to voting patterns. Do you believe the BJP can take advantage of this?
No, if the BJP promises and delivers on what its promises are, definitely it will be able to take advantage, because BJP is ruling the center at this point of time. What have they promised and what have they delivered? These are the two things that people go by. It is not freebies. I mean, a lot of these people in northern media, or rather Noida channels, keep saying that, oh, we have to give you something, only then you will vote for the BJP. It is not like that. It is just that you have made some promises. That is, the BJP has made some promises. Has it delivered on its promises or not? So, whether it is an industrial corridor, defense industrial corridor in from Tiruchi onward. Tiruchi has a lot of industries from BHEL, BEL, and all the other factories. Avadi has a lot of defense factories and what of that. So, are you going to go by this promise of this industrial corridor, defense industrial corridor, and industrial corridors between Bangalore and Chennai and whatnot? If that happens, of course, there will be attraction for the BJP. If BJP talks development, BJP talks industries, BJP talks about bringing jobs, definitely there will be attraction in Tamil Nadu. Otherwise, there is no chance. Ram doesn't work. Divisive politics about DMK is corrupt doesn't work. Dynastic politics doesn't work.
Right. So, coming to economic issues, development, religion, caste, what do you think will dominate?
See, this election, both MK Stalin and Rahul Gandhi are trying to tell the people that this is the second fight for independence. We had a war for independence, as in basically a non-violent struggle. It's the same now. In fact, in the Tirupur meeting, Mr. Stalin made this very clear again, that if you vote for the BJP, democracy as we know it today is going to end. And that was the pitch that they made. Of course, they talk development, they talk about the Prime Minister coming several times and all of that. But then the questions are asked as to why the Prime Minister didn't turn up when there was huge, floods in Thoothukudi, or when Chennai was underwater. So those questions really resonate with the people. Unfortunately, the BJP is yet to lay its finger on something that will resonate with the people. They came up with the idea of Kachativu, for instance. Kachativu, they tried to conflate it with the fishermen issue, which basically Kachativu is an island north of Rameshwaram, and Indian fishermen and Sri Lankan fishermen go there for a temple festival. That's about it. There was a time when Indian fishermen also used to dry nets, but now the bigger boats and there is no need to dry nets and whatnot, so nobody really goes there to dry nets. And often the claim that fishermen make is that we fish near Kachadiv waters and Sri Lankan army, arrests us, which is not a fact. They fish very close to the Sri Lankan waters and Sri Lankan territory, in fact, near to the land of, northern land of Sri Lanka. I have seen this from both Kachativu and of course from Jaffna itself. So that is where they get arrested. So everyone who knows the issue knows that Kachativu has nothing to do with the fishermen's issue. So that issue, if you see, has been dropped from the BJP manifesto today, and it doesn't find place at all. So issues that resonate with the people are of course issues of democracy, issues of joblessness, issues of better employment, better living conditions and whatnot. And these are things that somehow the opposition is in a place to play up, because they have been in the opposition, right? You can always find fault with somebody who has been in government for 10 years. Anti-incumbency is very high here. So the big anti-incumbency against BJP is very high, and it is quite possible that this entire election is going to be a huge sweep for the DMK Congress alliance.
Okay. So have there been any striking alliances this time around, something that was unexpected or was unforeseen?
No, I think Kamala Hassan coming to the fold of the DMK Congress alliance, I think was a surprise. He could have sat out this election. He could have said that this is not my election. I will campaign for generally for the people of Tamil Nadu or something. He could have. I mean, there are 15 different things that he could have done, including preparing for the 2026 assembly elections, which is due. Instead, he chose to come into the DMK Congress fold. And what we see is when any party joins, and when any of the smaller parties, newer parties join any of these alliances, that is the ADMK alliance or the DMK alliance, they immediately their vote percentage shrinks, because it is the anti-incumbency votes that they actually garner and cultivate. Now, once they go back to one of these combinations, the people who actually voted for them, only about 30 or 40% of them will come back to the same party and vote for the same party. Now, Kamala Hassan was the big surprise coming to the Congress. I mean, I think he found the Congress DMK as a natural alliance, so he decided to come into this fold and is campaigning across the state. And he's a star and he attracts a lot of people. Not that it will convert into votes, but then he's one of the talking heads for the combine.
So we're here to examine South Tamil Nadu. So caste dominates in this region. The Dravidian parties have decades of experience in manipulating caste lines. Does the BJP seem to have a similar understanding of what drives the southern districts?
Yeah, absolutely. BJP has a great understanding. It has been reaching out to the smaller caste groups and trying to make sure that they come into their fold. For instance, Nainar Nagendran, who is a Tevar, has reached out to the Yadavas in Tirunelveli and was trying to get them to vote for the BJP. Basically, anything south of Madurai is considered South Tamil Nadu. So from Madurai constituency onwards, if you examine, if you look at Chennai, the difference between Chennai and Madurai is that Chennai is much more cosmopolitan, because the kind of people, nature of people, and the variety of people who come here are very different because of the IT. It's an IT hub, it's an industrial hub and whatnot. But Madurai is much more conservative, and you have only largely the locals there. There are industries, but then it's largely locals. So from there, it is caste that matters, whether it is in Theni, whether it is in Ramanathapuram, where OPS is contesting. Theni is the place where TTV Dinakaran is contesting as a candidate for his party AIADMK, which has been given 2 seats by the BJP alliance. And his opponent is a guy called Thanga Tamilchelvan of the DMK, who was at one point of time a member of parliament and later member of the legislative assembly as well. So and you go down south, then you have a place called Tengasi, which is a reserved constituency. This is where you have 2 people with very unenviable records fighting. One is a guy called Krishnasamy, which I mentioned earlier, who is with this party called Pudhiya Tamizhagam, It's a Dalit party. Of course, you can't call it a Dalit party any longer because the Devendra Kola Velalaras have been taken out from that categorization. And then there is a guy called John Pandian. Both these people have a lot of cases lodged against them, and they are not really seen as the people who can become a member of parliament. So I think between John Pandian, of course, is contesting on behalf of the BJP, of BJP alliance, and Krishnasamy is contesting. He is a doctor by profession. He is contesting as part of the AIADMK alliance. And the third candidate is a person called Rani, who is contesting as part of the DMK alliance. So it appears that between these two people who have massive criminal records, it appears that Rani has the edge. You go to Kanyakumari, where traditionally 4 political parties have had, nearly equal presence, which is the DMK, AIADMK, Congress, and the BJP. And the BJP won the seat in 2014. The same candidate, Radhakrishnan, continues to be the candidate now. The point is that the Congress candidate is a person called Vijay Vasant. In the alliance, they gave it to Vijay Vasant. Now, Vijay Vasant has contested the seat just 2.5 years ago because his father died, and he was nominated as a candidate. And there is not a massive anti-incumbency against Vijay Vasant at all. So he is expected to give a good fight and possibly scrape through because of the fact that these in this whole combination, the ADMK is standing separately and the DMK Congress are united because those numbers, it's just alliance arithmetic, it is working out there. Tirunelveli again, Nayanar Nagesan is giving a massive fight, but again there are some setbacks because it is claimed that some money, 4 crores of cash which was which was intercepted in the Tamram railway station near Chennai is his. Now he has been summoned by the police for an investigation and whatnot. So there is a little bit of dampening in his campaign. The only constituency which DMK seems to be vastly comfortable is Thoothukudi, where Kanimozhi is contesting against a Tamil Nadu Congress person. The person is not even in the field, and Kanimozhi, because of her work during the floods, is widely accepted. You go anywhere, they are telling her name, and she is possibly one of the persons who will win with the largest percentage of votes in Tamil Nadu. Now, in this entire scenario, if you come to Sivaganga, for instance, which is again southwest of Madurai, you see that Karthi Chidambaram, Chidambaram's son, P. Chidambaram, Finance Minister P. Chidambaram's son, is the Congress candidate. He is also the sitting member of Parliament. Now, again, the thing is that somebody like Karthi has been in the field and been with the people, talking to the people throughout these 5 or 10 years. So he is also expected to scrape through. So basically, what we see in South is that, which is what some of the BJP people also have been telling, is that it is going to be a washout for the ADMK throughout the South. And I also subscribe to that viewpoint, having traveled to almost the entire South.
Right. So, how much of a role does religion play in this region? Does it outweigh caste politics in your view?
Not at all. Caste is the defining factor in elections across India and obviously in Tamil Nadu as well. So, what we see in Ramanathapuram, where OPS, O. Pannirselvam, former chief minister who is now part of the BJP alliance, is contesting, is that his caste is kind of consolidating behind him. What we see with TTV Dinakaran of the Amma Makkal Munnetra Katchi Kadagam is that again the Maravar are trying to or one section of Maravar are trying to consolidate behind him. What again we see in Tirunelveli is again another instance of Tevars consolidating behind Nayanar Nagesan, who is the BJP candidate. What we see in Virudhunagar, for instance, is that there is a clear polarization between one sect of the Naidus who want to support Vijay Prabhakar, who is Vijaykant's son, the Desiya Murpokku Dravida Kazhagam leader, Vijaykant's son. And the other part is the Nadars, who are actually divided between Radhika, who is the BJP candidate, and Manikam Tagore, who is the incumbent candidate belonging to the Congress. Now, Radhika Sarath Kumar is the BJP candidate, but the point is that she's hardly seen in campaigns. She apparently comes out only in the evenings, whereas these two other people, Vijay Prabhakar, I think has been the find of the season, so to speak. This is a person who is given to emotional outbursts earlier on, But this time around, I would say that the way he has been appealing to people, emotion based on his father's works and whatnot, he is only trying to exploit the legacy of his father, and is running an extremely good spirited campaign against the incumbent Manikam Tagore. So this is again what you see again is a huge caste consolidation, the way that we have not ever seen in the past. With all these candidates in the fray and trying to take away, like for instance, the Congress candidate in Tirunelveli is a Christian Nadar. So there is an attempt to reach out, BJP's attempt to reach out to the Hindu Nadas to say that now you have to vote for us, because he's a Christian Nadar and he will not take care of what you want and your rights and all of that. Across the south, I see a massive caste consolidation. Religion is not really that important in the south. Only place where religion comes into play is actually Ramanathapuram, where the Congress, DMK candidate is a person called Nawaz Khani, who belongs to the Indian Union Muslim League. Now, this is the second time he is a sitting MP, so it's the second time he is contesting there. So there are voices in Ramanathapuram who are trying to ask, why is it that a Muslim person is again contesting here? Why can't you have moved him to Velur or some other constituency where there is again a good Muslim population? Those questions do remain, but religious consolidation is not the thing in this election. Accentuated caste politics, or rather, caste politics at its zenith is what we see across Tamil Nadu today.
Right. So, is the Congress still seen as being relevant over here?
Congress is relevant because it has a vote share. It doesn't have cadre to work. It doesn't have low level leaders. It doesn't have many leaders at the district level either. But it has a lot of leaders across the state, and it has a vote base. Now, DMK cannot win an election without the Congress, because what are you going to tell the people? Like, we are going to fight for you, and we are going to fight for you in Delhi. And how do you do that fight? I mean, against BJP, you need a national party by your side. And DMK's national party happens to be Congress, regardless of how bad it is or how weak it is or whatever. So most of the places you will see that the DMK district secretaries and the people who are in charge are actually carrying the Congress candidate on their shoulders and taking them across the victory line. You will see it this time also. I've seen it in 19 and 21 as well. So that is something that we have seen in 21, 19, and of course we are seeing it again now.
So, moving on to a slightly different issue, the Kaveri issue. Does it still have the power to change voting patterns?
And not really. I mean, Kaveri is an issue when drinking water becomes scarce, or when farming operations cannot be undertaken. And this is just the beginning of summer. And this is actually the wrong time for elections in Tamil Nadu if you want to make an issue out of Kaveri, for instance. But I think BJP wants it this way, and that is exactly what the Election Commission also has done, because they don't really have much hope in either Tamil Nadu or Kerala or even parts of Andhra, Andhra for that matter. So Kaveri issue doesn't figure in this list at all. Because again, it is easy to exploit only so much of the Kaveri issue at this point of time. If it was harvest season, or if it was sowing season, then it would have made a huge difference, which is coming in June. The sowing season comes in June. So the election was towards the end of May, then it could have been a huge issue.
So now we come to western part of Tamil Nadu. Can we speak about the K. Annamalai factor? Obviously, he's being projected as the BJP's strongboard in Tamil Nadu. So, what are your views on that?
Annamalai has already won the elections in the Noida channels. You had all the big anchors from Delhi come down and interview Annamalai. And thanks to Annamalai, the other candidates also got into national television, Singai Ramchandran as well as Ganapati Rajkumar. That is the only place where Annamalai is actually winning. Of course, social media also, Annamalai has already won the fight. But on the field, what you will see is that the DMK candidate is ahead. He is the local deputy mayor. He was a local deputy mayor. And his understanding of Coimbatore is at a level where Annamalai is an outsider. He is from Karur. So nobody can match, including Singai Ramchandran, who is a youngster. Now, the good thing about this particular fight is that it has thrown up a new ADMK leader, a youngster in Singai Ramchandran, who is also from the Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. Now, there was a kind of war of words between Annamalai and Singai Ramchandran, because Annamalai claimed that Singai Ramchandran got into engineering only because of his father, who was an MLA. Now, Singai Ramchandran's father died when he was 11 or 13. He has barely seen his father at all, because before that Mr. Ramcharan was an MLA. Now, because, and then Singh Ramcharan studied very hard, got into Polytechnic, and from there he made the switch to an engineering college, which was possible at that point of time. And once he finished engineering, he took 3 attempts to clear IIM-A. And IIM-A, we all know, is the IIM to go to, IIM Ahmedabad. He finishes all of that and then decides to take up party work on the side. And he's also the IT wing. He takes care of the IT wing in that part of Tamil Nadu. So this has been one of the great finds, apart from Vijay Prabhakar in South. Singh Ramchandran is one of the biggest finds of this election. A young person with the kind of so to speak spark, who can take on anybody in the state without thinking of consequences, and giving it back as good as he gets it.
Right. So Coimbatore gave the BJP its toehold in the state election in 2021. Will it continue on those lines?
Not at all, because the point is that only because the AIADMK was in alliance with the BJP did BJP win seats in Tamil Nadu at all, whether it is Naina Nagendran in the south, or the 3 others, including Vanathi Srinivasan in Coimbatore. Otherwise, there is no chance that the BJP was winning any seat in Tamil Nadu. But somehow the BJP is forgetting that and trying to make it seem as if the ADMK is a liability today. ADMK's fortress is this western belt, and 2021 again they proved it, because no party usually comes back with this kind of majority, especially without MGR or Jayalalitha. Now, I don't, by majority I don't mean that if a simple majority in the house or anything, but then getting 60 plus MLAs to win without a Jayalalitha in to campaign is kind of a miracle. So that is what Edappadi Palanichami, ADMK General Secretary, is managed. So the Western Belt really helped him achieve those numbers. Now, having achieved those numbers, if somebody is trying to say that the ADMK is not a force in Tamil Nadu, I think he is probably not in Tamil Nadu, or he is trying to just set a narrative which does not agree with reality.
Right. So you spoke about the Western Belt being a favorable position in Tamil Nadu for the AIADMK. How do you view the rest of the belts in Tamil Nadu for the party that's currently the opposition?
No, I think the ADMK is in with a good chance in Tirupur, Namakkal, Erode, to some extent in Coimbatore itself, and they are with a fighting chance in a lot of other places, but they are not really making any waves in most of these places, including, say, Kanyakumari and other places. In Chennai, of course, South Chennai is one place where Mr. Jaykumar's son can make a difference, but then he can only make the difference between victory and defeat, I mean, or margins for Tamilisai Soundararajan, because traditionally those votes would have gone for Tamilisai Soundararajan if there was an alliance. Same thing in Coimbatore, where if Singh Ramchandran, if Singh Ramchandran has the opportunity to win if Annamalai doesn't take too many votes. Now, there is a section of the ADMK votes which is traveling to Annamalai, because as of today, you don't see too many youth icons. I mean, people who can appeal to the young people, young generation of today, that is the voters between 18 and 30. Now, there are only 2 people that I see in Tamil Nadu. One is Seeman of the Nam Tamilar Kachi, who probably will get some 8 or 10% votes across Tamil Nadu, maybe slightly higher this way or that way. And Annamalai, because by default there is nobody else who is taking on the establishment, regardless of how wrong it is, how bad he is, and the obnoxious things that he says. But regardless of that, he is today a youth icon, and a lot of people are gravitating towards him, and social media is full of these stories about how great a guy Annamalai is. So that management, I think, has driving a lot of youngsters towards Annamalai.
Right, okay. So are there any notable alliances made in this region that can help either the BJP or the DMK?
No, I believe that again the problem with the BJP is that they made a wrong decision of trying not to woo the ADMK and bring the ADMK into their fold before these elections. I don't think that the BJP even thought, that is the central leadership of BJP even thought that the ADMK is capable of breaking the alliance and going away. I think that is the major problem. If they had thought that this is a possibility, they would have done much more than what was done currently. And I am telling you today that easily the ADMK BJP alliance, if they were in alliance, they would have got more than 20 seats in Tamil Nadu easily, by far. Today, the scenario is that DMK, Congress, IUML, CPI, CPML and Vidudalai Chiruthaigal Katchi are in a place where 30 plus seats are already in their kitty and the fight is only in about 10 odd seats. And of this, the BJP is in a position of strength in only one place, which is Puducherry, which is outside of Tamil Nadu. That is, you take the 40 seats as a block, you see that the only place where the BJP is really ahead is in Puducherry. A close second is Nainar Nagendran in Tirunelveli and a distant third is Annamalai in Coimbatore.